Greetings adventurers, Frost here. Today I want to show you the gold farm that I've been using for the past week or so, and that is Maraudon Princess runs. Originally I was going from Inner Mara, killing Tinkerer, killing Princess, doing it that way, but I was hitting dungeon cap. So then I started talking with one of my guildmates, and they told me why not do purple side and get mushrooms, and that is the play, actually. So ideally you want to have herbalism for this farm. You can also have mining is also good. I'm not sure if there's a lot of nodes on the purple side for mining, but I know that there's a lot of ghost mushrooms for herbing. But I do know people that have done this. One of my mods, Zammy, he's the one that found this farm spot actually. He's been doing it just inside Inner Mara as herbing and mining. He has both, and then he's also farming the rock elementals, and that gets him over the 12-minute dungeon cap since you can only run 5 dungeons per hour. And he's been making over 60 gold an hour. Once I found this spot, I've been making over 60 gold an hour. So there's multiple ways that you can do this farm. If you don't have gathering professions, this farm is not as good, but you can still sell blackstone rings. And I've been selling mine for 25 gold. Some servers are 20, some are 30, somewhere around there per run. So if you're selling blackstone rings, the runs can actually go all the way up to 100 gold an hour. It's pretty insane, but it also depends on your RNG. But the lowest that I've gotten, just staying solo consistently, doing this farm with purple with herbalism, is at least 60 gold an hour, because you get generally... I've only had a couple runs where it's under 10 gold. Most runs are between 10 to 15 gold per run, so it's pretty insane. So real quick, before we get into it, I want to show you the spec that you want to use. You have to go fire for this spec. You can do it as frost. I'm working out the kinks to be able to do it as frost. It's a lot harder. It requires more gear. I'm working on it. But for this fire spec, that is not that hard to do it as. This is the base spec that you want. You want to have improved fireball, you want to have ignite, flame throwing, and fire blast, because you're using all these a lot. You also want incinerate to get higher crits for your fire blast, or more often to crit more often with your fire blast, to proc ignite, because that's the big boy damage basically for this build. And then pyroblast, because you need to start your pulls with pyroblast. Improve Scorch so that you can stack Scorches. I'll show you on the bosses where I stack my Scorches. Master of Elements to help with mana cost issues. And Critical Mass to get more Ignite procs. Now, there's many different ways you can build from this. You can build all the way down the Frost tree, and you can grab like Cold Snap and Ice Block and stuff. Like, you can make it so you can AoE farm, so you can get Improved Blizzard, you can get Cold Snap, you can get these Frost Channeling, Ice Block, you can get some improved Cone of Cold, you can go back over and get Blast Wave. So this would be a pretty good AoE spec. Obviously you're not going to be able to do as big of pulls since you can't get Ice Barrier, but I mean, it is what it is. Another option is, what I've been doing is I've been going Deep Fire so that I can just do the runs faster and they're more efficient, and then I go into the Arcane tree and I get Arcane Concentration, and then I grab Frostbolt with that. And like, so this is my spec right now that I've been doing it as. Another option would be to go deeper into Arcane, in which case I would have it look something like this, because you do use Mana Shield on some of these fights, so getting improved Mana Shield would help. Another option is to not go Combust and actually go all the way down for Presence of Mind, and you could do something like that. So there's many different ways to do this build. Experiment. I'll leave links in the description with a bunch of different builds. I'll leave a link in the description with the base build. So next I want to show you the gear that I use for this. I would say you probably want to have at least 250 fire damage to do this farm, 300 to make it easier, and then the more from there, it just speeds it up. So this is extended character stats. It's an add-on that you can use, because I know a lot of people are going to ask me what add-on I use to track these numbers. So yeah, extended character stacks, fire damage. Now, onto the actual gear. You want to concentrate on flat spell power or fire spell power. So I use mostly my normal PvE set. Hands of Power, 26 flat spell power, Bangthog Sash, flat spell power, Sky Shroud Leggings, etc. T1 boots, Eye of Orgrimmar, Band of the Unicorn, Briarwood Reed, Eye of the Beast, Bone Creeper Stylus, Spirit of Aquamantis, Mage Blade. I got these bracers off the auction house for 4 gold. So check your auction house. 4 gold for 21 fire damage bracers. Easy buy. Robe of the Archmage, always good. Deep Woodlands Cloak, I used this instead of my frost damage cape because frost damage doesn't help me here. This is my PvP cape, but it has flat spell power, so it works. Kentic Amos, again, I'm using this instead of Boreal Mantle because Boreal Mantle is frost damage, and I want either flat spell power or fire damage. Then next up, Star Mysteria for the hit chance, and I got this Eye of Flame on the auction house for only 20 gold. So check on your auction house for these. 43 fire damage. This is a nice headpiece for this run. Now, some other items that are nice to have is the Barov Peasant Collar and the Cornerstone Grimoire. The Cornerstone Grimoire is from Onyxia. The Peasant Collar is from a quest chain in Western Plaguelands. I think you have to do a couple of dungeons for it. I can't remember exactly. But either way, both these trinkets summon skeletons. Or, well, these ones summon peasant collars. Either way, they're creatures that fight for you that get inside melee range of Princess, which triggers her Dust Storm. And that makes it so you can free cast for about 6 seconds on her. I will show you when we get to that boss on this run. And then some other items that are nice to have is Skull of Impending Doom and Nifty Stopwatch. You can use these as movement speed bonuses while you're going through the purple side picking mushrooms to speed up your runs. So now that gear is out of the way, let's show you the actual run. So let's start a timer and we will see. Health when you kill Tinker or Princess. So you don't always need to come all the way up here, but this is the furthest I will come into orange side. And I will check this one. I don't go any farther than getting that one. And that one doesn't seem to be up. So since it's not up, I just jump off right here. And now we continue down towards Inner Mara. And there's the 4th mushroom. Yeah, I've never not gotten at least 4 mushrooms before I enter Inner Mara. So you can usually expect to get at least 4, which is 4 gold. Which just happens to turn out to be also how much Rock Grip's best item vendors for. So a common thing that Warlocks will do when they're doing this run, because normally you start in Inner Mara with the Scepter, and then you kill Tinker, you kill Princess, and then you have to find stuff to do to bide time to make it up to 12 minutes. So a lot of Warlocks started killing Tinker, running over, grabbing Rock Grip, and then killing Rock Grip on their way to kill Princess. Now you can do that also as a mage. You can do it. It's a bit harder because generally a Hydra gets pulled almost every single time. One of the Hydras get pulled that is inside Rock Grip's little area, which means you have to also kite the Hydra and then kill the Hydra. It's just a pain. And so if you have herbing, this way is definitely the play. I'm not sure exactly how much having mining would be good for like the purple area. Maybe the orange area would be better. I'm not familiar with where the mineral nodes are here, but I do know my mod Zammy that found this farm actually. He picked up mining, so he has mining and herbalism, and he's been doing just the Inner Mara runs, so he hasn't been doing the purple side, but he mines, he herbs, and he kills the rock elementals, and that's another way to do this farm. But my favorite way is definitely this way. And then here's some blindweed. So now blindweed is actually going anywhere between 20 to 50 silver. So we got 3 blindweed there. So let's separate those so we can keep track of how much we get on this run. But yeah, so like everything you're getting in this run is pretty good value. But yeah, we'll keep these at 25 silver because you can guaranteed get 25 silver for these, just to make it easy to calculate. And do not pull these Dimetrodons. They will kill you. You cannot kill them. They have a silence that's pretty rough to deal with. But if you do pull something in this area, you can run over and jump down onto the bridge under, like, so there's 2 bridges in Princess's area. If you slow fall from the top bridge onto the bottom bridge, then you will actually detag mobs, like they will reset. So you can save yourself a death run by doing that. But now we're coming up to Tinker, and we can kill the first boss. First, we're going to grab this blindweed though. Use it to recover. Oh, looks like my bank alt went offline, which is the person I'm using just to reset the instance. So, get to full health and mana real quick. And then get to max range for Pyroblast. Then pop Combustion. Make sure all our items are good. Start casting a Pyroblast. Right at the end of this Pyroblast, Fireball. And then sometimes you can get a Fire Blast off right there, but you want to start immediately running away because he starts shooting you. And you stand around this edge. Once he's in range of Fire Blast, pop him real quick. Then run up here, keep watching him because you want to see when he Flame Breaths, and there's the Flame Breath. So now I go and stack 5 stacks of Scorch on him real quick to get that extra fire damage. And then I finish off with a Fire Blast and run around the corner because otherwise he will shoot you. And then once he gets into range, pop out, hit him with another Fire Blast, run around the corner and try and watch him to make sure, because sometimes he will Fire Blast or start spitting fire early. And then there's the fire, pop out again, spam a few Scorches, and now he's pretty low and we can just kind of take him out even if he starts shooting us. Alright, and that's how you kill Tinker. And there is 1 gold, 20 silver, plus another 2 gold, 60 silver. So on herbs, we're already at 5 golds of herbs, 7 gold, 64 silver, 8 gold, and 84 silver. So we're almost at 9 gold already for this run. And we haven't killed Princess yet. And that's how you can start to see how good this farm can really get. And that's not even including selling Princess runs. However, you're not going to be getting all these ghost mushrooms if you're doing Princess runs, because you're going to be starting from Inner Mara. But getting 25 gold when Blackstone Ring drops is a big bonus. And you can sell other items too. I've had people buy the legs off Princess. Those are really the only 2 items I've ever had purchased. And some nights can be pretty slow on ring purchases, but some nights can be really good. Like 2 nights ago, I sold 4 ring runs, so I made 100 gold on rings. Last night, I was only able to find 1 buyer, so I only made 25 gold on rings. So that part can be up or down, but your base amount, even without ring runs, is already over 60 gold an hour, which is really good. The downfall, though, is you do have to respec for this run. So compared to ZF, you do have to respec. But, like, I don't know about you guys, I got a lot of sand in my boots from running ZF while leveling. I don't really like going back there to also grind gold. I do like Mara, though. And these runs are a little bit more interactive, because sometimes, like, I don't know, killing the bosses is more fun to me than AoEing those zombies. And I also don't like doing the whole bug strategy. Like, if I do ZF farm, I don't reset the mobs, because it feels like an exploit to me, especially if you're doing it every single time consistently to make gold. Like, I don't like that. So now we're gonna put on the Grimoire. You can do it again with the Peasant Collar, but the Grimoire is better, so I'm going to use that. And you don't actually need either of them. You don't need to have a summon to trigger Dust Storm to do this. When I first started doing this, I didn't know about that. It's just they actually speed it up. So again, Pyroblast into Fireball, and then start running away. Fireblast when she gets in range. Now that first boulder, we can just kind of outrange. And when you get out of max range of Scorch, then I tend to cast a Scorch. So now Boulder's coming, so I blink out of the range of it, and then I can stand here, wait for her to get in range of Scorch, and Pyroblast. Now you want to wait to use your Grimoire till she's close, otherwise the skeleton won't go at her. And then now, there's the Dust Field. So now I'm going to go ahead and stack Scorch up to 5 on her. We're just going to get an extra 1 because that's all we have time for. And just keep running. Hit her with fireballs, blink the boulder, and we can't get a fireball in there. That's not enough time. Just gonna keep running, be safe. And there's the dust field, and now we can fireball. Go and hit her with 2 fireballs, and we're out of range of Scorch, so I'm gonna take a quick step forward. And we lost the 5 stack. That's okay though, she's almost dead. And I'm just gonna run Fire Blast on cooldown, blink the boulder, and I still took it. So yeah, you have to blink before the beginning, or right before the end, because if you do it right at the end, then it still goes off. And then once she's below a certain health, you can actually just run out of her range, out of the boulder range. And I'm gonna pop a mana gem here just to be able to use Fire Blast and finish her off. And there you go. That's how you start low princess. In 12 minutes and 15 seconds, we did the run. And then look at this. If we had a buyer, 25 gold right there. Don't have a buyer, we still get a gold out of it. And then we got the scepter too. So now, let's look at how much gold we got this run. 450, 6 gold, 8 gold, 60 silver, 9 gold, 40 silver, 10 gold, 60 silver, 15 gold, and 60 silver in one run. 5 gold of its auction value. The rest of it is vendor value. 15 gold in 12 minutes. That means that you can get up to 75 gold an hour. You can get even more. And that was without selling a ring run. Imagine if I was selling a ring run, that was another 25 gold. Like that puts you over 100 gold per hour. And that just shows how strong this farm can be. Now, when you need to reset, I'm going to change the scene real quick while I log in back into my other account. And then I'm going to show you how you reset. Now you can also just log out and do this with an alt character if your alt's inside the same party. So you can log out of your main account, and so you could /camp, and then when you get out, you can log into your alt character that you're in a party with, and then reset the instance on them and do that. Since I have 2 accounts, I reset the instance. And there we go. They're offline. Go back over, log in. And now we're back at the entrance ready to do it again. And there's another ghost mushroom. And then, like I was said earlier, if you bought a ring buyer, bam, run out, and you can go run over to Innermara and bring them back in. So yes, this gold run is amazing. I like it. I think it's better than ZF personally. But hey, if you get an epic, then ZF's also pretty good. They're both really, really good runs to do for gold. So real quick, I just want to show you guys how to do the ring runs, or at least how I do them, so I don't have to bring the person with me. So you enter into Mara and Innermara right at the bottom of the waterfall, and then you either need to kill 1 Hydra if you have them sit in the very bottom edge of this corner, or you kill 2 Hydras if you have them sit in the bottom edge of this corner. And you will see them patrolling by the area, and that's how you can tell which Hydra to kill. Now, when you get to Princess, because they're kind of far away, you have to make sure that you kill Princess on the northern side of the room. I have killed her on the far west side in exactly the middle, and that was close enough to master loot it, but honestly, I don't like risking, like that is the farthest I would want to kill her from that area in case the ring does drop, because this allows you to master loot it onto the other person even though they're still basically at the start of the instance, because you can see how close it actually is inside terms of the game. But anyways guys, thank you for watching. I hope you all make a ton of gold doing this method. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on Azeroth.